Many students have asked me that these tools and technique are creating a lot of problem. Although tools and technique are not that important that they used to be in 2020, but still it is very important as a project manager to know which tool to use and which technique to use. PMBOK 6th edition and PMBOK 7th edition has divided tools and techniques, and there are like 130 tools and technique into groups, and then there are some tools and technique that are in the form of groups. Now through this tools and technique series, we will go through first group series. Some of them has like 9 tools and technique, and some of them has more than 24 tools and technique. So I will try to cover from 8 to 10 tools and technique in one video if those tools and technique are simple or straightforward. If some tools and technique need more time, we can give them more time. The purpose is that you understand them once for all. Okay, so the today tools and technique are data gathering tools and technique. Now, as the name suggests, data gathering tools and technique is all about how you gather data. Now, data is very important. When the data comes to as a project manager, then you can work on it. Data can be in the form of requirement, data can be in the form of risk, data can be in the form of quality assurance, and any form of data that you require. And remember this thing, work performance data that is produced in execution, it goes as an input to all monitoring and control. So these tools and technique actually are used almost everywhere. There are some specific locations they are also used. I will also mention them. First of all, expert judgment, also known as subject matter expert. Now this is one of the most used tool and technique in the entire PMP. Whenever there is an issue, ask the expert. You want to identify risk, talk to expert. You are unable to solve the solution, talk to expert. In agile as well as in predictive, the expert judgment is one of the most used tool and technique. You use them whenever you want to get information, whenever you want to take a decision, whenever there is something you don't understand. So expert judgment. Then interviews. Now interview is data gathering technique. This is mostly one-to-one information. The purpose of carrying out interview is to get the confidential information. You see, these coffee shops and these things, why they are so successful? When there is one-to-one interactions, we become more easy and we share information which otherwise we may not share it. So it's a very good technique whenever you want to get information, whenever you want to learn someone. Like when we called as a mentor, one-to-one mentor, that's also there because you can learn this thing in a fast and rapid pace from someone who already have data. So most of the time we have interviews with the experts. So many tools and technique work together. Brainstorming, one of the most important technique that we use in the corporate sector. Brainstorming. So whenever there is a storm in the brain, what happens? You generate ideas. So this is idea generation technique. Like दिमाग की बत्ती जलना, like the idea just came into your mind. So that is a brainstorming technique. Now there are various way how you execute a brainstorming technique. One of the most important thing about brainstorming is that it is always led by a facilitator. It is time box, maybe 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, in which ideas are generated. If the ideas are generated in a random way, so that is free form of brainstorming. If people are sitting in the round and they are giving ideas one by one, one by one, one by one, one by one. For example, people are sitting like this: A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and one by one, one by one, one by one, they are giving ideas. That is round robin. Then we have brain writing, the type of brainstorming. We give a specific time in which people write down the ideas. Now, they can write the ideas before the workshop, or within the workshop we gave them some time and they write down their ideas on sticky notes, then we categorize them. With the brainstorming, we always use affinity diagram. Affinity diagram is the categorization. Now ideas are generated, they are scattered, they are not linked. So we use affinity diagram to link them, to categorize them. For example, if you have many shirts, you categorize the shirts as small size, large size, medium size, XL, double XL. My t-shirt is medium size. Okay, so affinity diagram. Now, focus group. Focus group is also a very special type of idea generation technique, or you can say that interview technique with a variation. In focus group, 8 to 12 subject matter experts or experts, they sit together, and it is led by a facilitator. It is time box and ideas are generated. Now focus group can be used for anything: to collect the data, to identify risk, to discuss an issue, to work on something. Any specialized high level meeting when occurred, that is mostly a focus group. And most of the time when a new product is being formed, we make a focus group to understand it in a better way. Okay, so focus group, this is done, this is done, this is done, this is done. I hope this is making sense to you. Then check sheet and checklist. So checklist is simply, you have made a, I have made a checklist. This is done, this is not done, done, not done. Whenever you want to sequence the process, whenever you want to see whether this thing is present or this thing is not present, you use checklist. Tick, cross, present, not present. Most of the time we use checklist when we are going on a trip, we are going on anything. For example, if my student has an exam tomorrow, I have made him a checklist. Okay, before one day I need to send him these specific documents, these specific video, then I need to have a one-to-one conversation with him to explain him what he can expect in the exam. So that's my checklist. So that check sheet is more of a, you are counting number of defects. You are taking the data and counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So this is more of a check sheet, tally sheet used for gathering data and ensuring that how much things are there. It can be used, actually it is mostly used in quality assurance and quality control. In the quality topic, this is mostly used. In the entire PMP, it is only used there. Checklist can be used even in the forming of a project charter, forming of a project management plan, of also for quality. Now market research. We do market research especially when we are doing prototyping, when we are collecting the data, when we are getting the information, then market research is needed. How much this is done? Hey, I am doing this journey video after doing, this tool and technique video after doing the market research. Like I saw from my comments, from Andy Romdale's comment, from everybody. I read everybody comments. What people needs most, what they are asking. I receive hundreds of comments. Yeah, we want to understand tools and technique after the journalist videos. We need some in-depth tools and technique. So I did my market research and here we are. So this is market research to find out how the market think about this thing. Okay. Next is questionnaires and survey. So if you go to a restaurant, they gave you a card. How did you like our services from 0 to 1, from dissatisfied to extremely satisfied? So they are getting surveys. So when we want to gather data from large audience, very important thing, interview is 1-to-1, focus group is 8 to 12. Questionnaires and surveys, whenever the exam says we want to get gather data from the large audience, then we use questionnaires and survey, a very important thing. Now we use them a lot. Statistical sampling, this is also used in actually quality. What happens, let's say we have 10,000 products, okay, let's say 10,000 these airports. Now we cannot check each of them. So by statistics, we say, okay, we will check after each 100 one piece, or after each 1,000, whatever the ratio the team decided, whatever the benchmark standards is. After these, we are going to check over things and see how things are. So these are 9 tools and technique. I try to explain in the simplest form. I hope you are able to digest it. I hope you are able to understand it. So do tell me the feedback. What do you think about that? What else apart from tools and technique? What else is something that is confusing you and you would like me to come with a board and explain you? So which topic you like me to explain things? And if you have not subscribed to our channel, do subscribe to it. My commitment is increasing day by day. We are going to put these tools and technique videos. Do watch those journeys videos. If you have not watched, we have more than 118 coaching calls in which we solve hard questions of PMP. Do watch those. Then we have lesson learned from the successful PMPs. All these things are free of cost. So do subscribe this channel and share it with other aspirants so that they can gain the information. And if you haven't done PMP training, our batch is actually going to start on 15th of October. That is one day left, and actually I only have one spot. So if you have not joined, you can join in the program and you will become certified PMP within 1 month. This is the success which we have, and this success which we can carry on forward. I have a success rate of 99.1 with 193 certified PMP as of 13th of October. So be blessed, become certified PMP. If you do tell me. I would love to record your journey. Till then, bye bye.